So for a Christmas experience, it was my first Christmas out. I was in a tripanionship. A lot of people called it threesomes, but a lot of older missionaries will call it that. But I coined the term tripanionship, and it's copyrighted. Just kidding, it's not. So anyway, I was in a tripanionship. It was my third transfer out. First Christmas, I get an Elder Martin, and I get Elder Johnson. They were both in the MTC with me, so we're both fresh. All three of us are fresh. Right off the boat, we're still greener than green. And I love this experience. So we were at a dinner one night, and it was the night of the Christmas devotional of 2014. And we asked the members that we had dinner with that night to drop us off at the place that we were going to watch the Christmas devotional. So they drop us off, and right where they drop us off, there were about 20 to 30 people in KSL News standing out there and recording all this stuff. And KSL or Channel 5, I don't really remember. And basically, a few days earlier, some kid got hit there on this road, and they were like hosting like a little support for him because it was a hit and run. The kid had got hit, and the guy had run off, and he was in the hospital. And so my companions and I got out just a little bit before that, and we're walking towards him. We were just going to walk past him and go into the house. And at this time, the church had an initiative going on called He is the Gift. And we got these little pass-along cards to pass out to people. And they had a video produced and everything. And so we're going, and we walk past these people, and these people recognize us as the missionaries, as everyone does here in Utah. And basically, one of them came up to me. They had a lavalier on, a little mic on their shirt, and came up to my companions and I and said, "Hey, we were going to say a prayer. We know we're not part of your faith, but we don't really know what to say. Could one of you offer it?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'd love to offer it." And so they put the lavalier on my tie, and KSL News or Channel 5 News or whatever is right there recording me. And I say this prayer to all these people, and it was just amazing. And they all came up and hugged us and whatnot, and thanked us for the spirit that we left. And we had the He is the Gift cards, like I had said previously, the pass-along cards. And so my companions were like, "Hey, we have a ton of them." We had about 50 of them on us. So we started passing them all out. And it had our phone numbers, everything on it. We started passing them all out. And everyone got one. And they said, "Oh, thank you so much, elders." And my companions and I started sharing our testimony right there on camera. And we started sharing our testimony of how Christ is the reason for Christmas, how He was born to bring salvation to all of us. And it was such a cool experience. But what was even cooler, so my companions and I ended up going into the devotional. And a couple weeks later, we had some sister missionaries in our district. They had come up to us at district meeting. They said, "Elders, just a couple days ago, you handed out pass-along cards, and we ended up showing up at this lady's house, and she asked if that was us, and it said Elder Hunt and Elder Martin and Elder Johnson on it, but it was the sister missionaries." And she said, "Yeah, these missionaries had given us these cards, and they said a prayer and everything, and this lady asked to be taught by the sister missionaries." And so the sister missionaries started teaching her, and she ended up getting baptized, and it was just so cool to see that. Whereas it may not have been us who taught her and who baptized her, it was us who planted that seed. It was us who, had the courage, had the faith, really, to pass out those cards, to say a prayer, to testify of Christ right there in front of all those people. And because of that, these sisters were able to teach this woman, and she was able to be baptized, and it was such a cool experience knowing that during this time of season, during the Christmas season, how much influence the Spirit has on so many people and how much they are touched by the influence of Christ, by the light of Christ, to draw closer to Christ, because you can't have Christmas without Christ in it. And so I love remembering that, and I love the fact that I got to experience it. And yeah, that's my Christmas story.